Hey everybody. Sorry we're getting started a couple minutes late here. Not really gonna get started on anything major until a few people jump in. Right now I'm just going for the easy 15 kills with Bloodwing. Once I get that done, we're jumping back to my main profile to start the main game's DLC stuff. Level up a little bit, all that good stuff. This trophy, all these trophies for the character-specific stuff are pretty easy, just a little bit of an extra grind if they're not your main character. So I think Lilith's is the easiest, because you just have to get 1 kill instead of 15. Hi, Derek.
That's my boy.
Text some people while we're waiting for more to jump in, and for Bloodwing to regenerate. Alright, where's the next one? Come on. There we go. That's about 5 or 6 kills. Yeah, don't worry, this will be more exciting once we finish off this quick trophy. Just want to get this one done, and then we'll jump into some DLC for the main game. For the trophies, I mean. More Killzone 2 discussions. Wow, what should I expect now? I only glitched the final battle, though. I did the rest of it fully legit for Elite. And there's some other really hard parts. As for the multiplayer, if I had wanted to do it back in the day when it was still populated, I could have, without boosting it. Wouldn't have been fun, but it would have been very doable back in like 2010. There was enough people playing that if you just played like 20 casual hours in a week, you could do it. Just spend a week focusing on that and you could get it. Is he actually gonna hit them? Oh, that's actually really cool. So he can't really hit the rack. Almost glitches the game out. Still a bit sick, guys, or not necessarily sick, just allergies. Hitting me pretty hard at the moment, but it hasn't been one of the worst years for him. I've had some years where it was a lot worse. Texting my neighbor, we're making plans for Memorial Weekend. Around that time, I'll come home during that. He'll be home. A couple of our other friends should be around. Should be fun. Go, Bloodwing. Oh. Okay, he did kill him. Good. I thought he didn't get the kill. The days when it actually took multiple hits to kill a skag. A pup skag. But yeah, it's my sort of yearly allergies. Or bi-yearly because it happens a couple times throughout the year. Alright, Bloodwing got another one. That's another kill. For some reason, I was dumb and have yet to get this trophy for jumping on an enemy and killing them, Mario style. I'm gonna make this a little easier on myself and pull out a low-leveled pistol. Do a little bit of damage. Okay, that killed him. Let's see if we can get... Well, actually now, Bloodwing! It's another kill.
That's my boy.
We're making plans for that, so that'll be a lot of fun. Be better than working, that's for sure. Alright, get back here. Get back here, Skag. This is such a silly, like, Borderlands-type trophy. And this game has a few weird miscellaneous trophies, so do the others. I will say, though, I think that Borderlands 1 is the easiest to platinum of the three. It does require more of an investment into multiplayer, but all of it can be done with 2 controllers on the PS... Well, not entirely, but all but one trophy on both versions can be done with just 2 controllers or with one other partner. So it's not necessarily difficult. Alright, hold still. I just need to jump on your head like 2 more times. Got it! And a level up with it. My brother is an Italian plumber. Switch this back to the sniper. Alright, what do I have that I can get rid of? Ooh, that's pretty good. It's not like I need very many more kills, though. Go, Bloodwing. That's another one. Probably got about 10 of them by now. NBA 2K games. Does that count the Prelude games? Because I've done those. I've played all 3 of the Prelude games. I haven't played any of the legit ones, though. I have no real interest in sports games. I mean, Rocket League's good, but otherwise I really have no interest in sports games. Alright, come on. This is taking a while. I just want to get on to actual game stuff. There it is! Right there. Perfect timing. Alright, that trophy's done. No, we're not inviting friends. No, we're not inviting friends. Go to exit. Alright, so let's swap over to my main character.
I'm over here.
Load on playthrough 1. The game definitely plays better overall. With the exception... Well, no, not really the exception, but it's only crashed on me once so far. But I'm a little bit afraid to do the Mad Moxie DLC because I've heard that it's prone to crash at the end of the larger challenges. Which is awful because the larger challenges are horrible. It's the worst part of the 100%. And should not have been brought back into the game after in the remake or remaster. Alright, we're headed to Jacob's Cove first. This is the first of the 4 DLCs. This is the easiest one. Yeah, I thought we got a cutscene. Given how the game is, it's probably copyrighted. So I'm not going to risk that. I'm actually not that over-leveled for this. It's kind of surprising.
But they've hacked me to tell people like you that they would appreciate some...
Because I'm only a level 36, and that's, what did it say, 35?
I should warn you, though, that they'll suck your brain out of your cranial cavity like a crappuccino if you get too close. If you'd still like to help, I suggest you try...
claptrap quotes.
Otherwise, crappuccino.
I think the classics just gotta be the stairs. Stairs? I can't climb stairs! That was a weird voice crack. Oh yeah, I don't even really need to scavenge ammo because Roland has really good ammo regeneration. That's a classic, and then later in Borderlands 2, he's like, I'm going to come with you through everything. Or whatever, and I'm going to be there by your side to the end, or whatever he says. And then as you're going toward the final area of the game, it's like, a staircase appears, and he's like, oh, well, never mind, good luck. I died. Not in-game, but just like I laughed. Okay, I don't think the zombie brains help yet. I think we need to talk to the guy first. Man, it's dark in here. Alright, time to calibrate the turrets. But yeah, this is the easiest of the 4 DLCs. Doesn't require a whole lot of time or skill, really. It's pretty easy. Then I would say the next easiest is Claptrap's DLC. I think they actually made the item drops a little bit more common in this version. When it comes to, like, items for missions and trophies and stuff. I think they actually might have upped the drop rates a little bit. Given the trophy completion percentage for the DLC, so I would assume that they maybe upped it a little bit. At least with the Claptrap DLC. Maybe not much, but it looks like they upped it at least a little bit. And then, Mad Moxie's DLC is really easy if you do the 2 controller method. It just takes way too long. I mean, 3 hours-ish per major challenge is just ridiculous.
The town should be safe for now.
Shouldn't have happened, shouldn't have been a thing. Probably about the worst DLC in the franchise, along with the Holodome Onslaught from the pre-sequel. The free sequel was really bad when it came to DLC. It was like, $25 season pass gives you 2 characters that should have been free. The Holodome Onslaught, which probably should have been free. And then the Claptrap DLC was literally like the only good thing from that game's DLC. Ooh, that was good for XP. And then, like, compare that, especially... Like, Borderlands 1 is arguably the best base game in the franchise. It's definitely one of the best, maybe the best. But the DLC is very poor compared to the main game.
You survive and make it back. I had 3-to-1, you'd be zombie nuggets.
Because this DLC, it's okay, but it's really nothing that special. It's nothing that I would be, like, all that interested in overall. Like, it gets a little old after a while and gets a little bit repetitive, but it's at least pretty easy. And then Mad Moxie is terrible. General Knox is fun for a while, but it gets kind of annoying when you start having to drive halfway across the map just to get to a mission, because you can't fast travel in it.
My brother will take good care of you in the
and then, oh, that's on the other side of that wall, okay. It's somewhere else in the world. And then there is the Claptrap DLC, which is also okay. Okay, really? I can hear, douchey motorcycle people out today. You can probably actually hear it in the mic, it's that loud. They've been terrible today, it's ridiculous. Because, like, maybe half an hour ago or an hour ago, I was just playing and it's like, suddenly, oh yeah, here comes the douche patrol. All the guys on the motorcycle. You've known that I didn't beat it that way for a long time, man. It's like, it's not a big deal. A lot of people did it that way. It'd be nice if you'd stop talking about Killzone 2, because that's literally all you ever talk about. It's getting a little bit repetitive, you know? There's gotta be other games you've played. Wish the brains actually counted. For now, but I don't think they do until later. Man, it's so dark in here in this DLC. Like, I don't think it's my TV brightness being that low. I don't remember it being this dark though. Maybe it's because the graphics are improved.
Dearest Anna, the work here is tough, but honest. Oh, and the trees, Anna. The trees are amazing. You wouldn't...
Oh, I remember these zombies, the ones that, like, spit on you. They're kind of annoying.
I feel sad to cut them down.
Oh, yeah, because they slow you down. I kind of forgot about all that.
Have a fresh start.
Not a big deal, because I can kill them, but when they start surrounding you, it can be a little bit tougher.
Missing you, Hank.
Keep that in mind.
Yes. Tell Sally that I
don't remember how many missions this DLC has. I don't think it's a ton. I think it's like the Claptrap DLC. I don't think there's maybe more than 20, 25 missions in it. Because the General Knox DLC is actually a lot longer.
Another one.
It's like 40-ish missions, I think. So it's like half the length of the main game in that sense. Which isn't a bad thing in the slightest. It's actually kind of nice. Gives you that much content until you start having to jump halfway across the map to do anything, and you can't fast travel.
I've been noticing some strange things at the mill of late. Many workers seem to be falling very ill. What's strange is that we all have...
Okay, these are the things that drop eggs, I believe.
...bill of health, and a vitamin from the company's physician, Dr. Ned. He's doing everything in his power, but there's been some death. Do not worry.
Dr. Ned is trying to help. I thought he was like... I thought there was something to do with him with this DLC that was bad.
All my love.
It's been a while since I played. It's been well over a year. I'll be glad when I get past this allergy spell. Because this is already the second time in 2019 that I've been at least somewhat sick. Because right at the beginning of the year, right when I came back to work, after Christmas and New Year's, I got a cold or something. I don't know if it was a cold or if it was... I would assume it wasn't allergies. I would assume it was a cold. Because it was worse, I think, than this. Because like I said, I don't think it's hit me quite as hard this time as it sometimes does. Sometimes it gets really, really bad. It's like, I think it was maybe last year I had it. It was awful. It was one of the really bad years. And then, like, 2 years ago, it was horrible. But, knock on wood. That was me knocking on my wooden table. It hasn't been that bad this year. I don't know how bad it's going to be in the fall, though, because I'll get it again in the fall. So that's always what happens. I guess that would be the one advantage of living really far to the north. If I lived up in, like, Canada or something, maybe I wouldn't end up getting allergies because it's so cold there. Stuff doesn't bloom as much.
And best kisser.
Alright, get that. New skill thing. Alright, where's our next item at? I need to check the map, actually. Straight ahead and off to the left, okay. So, like, this Friday, I'm not really sure what the streaming is going to be like this weekend yet. I think I'm going to be pretty fully recovered. I also have not been drunk since last Friday. And that was a fairly mild one. I really haven't had anything this week either, so... with luck, it means that I won't need that much to get it this weekend. Which is always more fun. The less alcohol, the better. Because my job doesn't pay very well, so... alcohol's not that expensive, if you know which kinds to get. Oh, that's not the mission I wanted to do. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and do it. We'll deal with the other ones next time we come back to the main area. I'm not gonna run across the map again yet. Hey, Invisible, what's up? I do think this weekend, though, is going to be, at least one of the streams is going to be Fallout. Possibly two. And the reason being that there is a new DLC out for Fallout 76. It's the sheep squatch or something. It has something to do with the sheep squatch. I don't know too much about it, but I heard that it's actually good. Or at least an improvement. So that might be fun to play through, because it's been like probably... the last time I played Fallout 76 was the Fosnocht event. Yeah, that's the last time I even popped that in. I just did that so that I could stack a few, or collect a few extra masks and stuff. Just in case I ever, like, so I can trade them later on. Yeah, you did get here within an hour. You got here within 30 minutes. Surprised YouTube notified you. We all know how functional YouTube is. So one of the cool things about the remaster is they added in some new legendary weapons. One of them is this shotgun. And it seems pretty good. It's high rate of fire, typically a 6-round magazine unless you have like a skill to up that. It works pretty well. So yeah, there's that, and then there's also, I'm just going to have to start firing at them whenever they start surrounding me. Because they slow you down so much, I'm just going to need to start doing that. But there's that for Fallout 76 being a possibility this weekend. Friday and Saturday. And then there's also wanting to get back to Fallout 3 to do that all skills run. Because it was going well at first. Like, the run was going fine. It wasn't dead yet. I got all the way up to like level 6 or so. Started Operation Anchorage. Good for XP and good gear. And then the game crashed within 3 hours of starting it. But the GOAT exam actually worked this time, surprisingly. It never does. Okay, that's loud. Jeez, that's loud. Okay, that was louder than it needed to be. At least it was when I heard it.
Brain soup, brain taco, brains all.
TK lives!
Brains and cream.
We must bring him brains!
Super easy. Scrambled brains. Poached brains.
Scrambled brains, brain soup, brains a la mode. Alright, so this is the obnoxiously long quest of the DLC. Is the brain gathering. You have to gather up, I think it's over 400 by the end of the DLC, and they mostly drop, oh, suicide zombies, okay. By headshots. It's not hard, it's just, it's a little time consuming and a little pointless. Oh yeah, that's invisible, that reminds me, I need to talk about all that. As if just to insult me, my passport came on Saturday, which was the day we would have left for vacation. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. I am grateful that it came. I am very grateful that it got here and that I didn't have to go through the ridiculous process of getting a new one and reporting that one lost and stuff. So I am grateful for that, but like that just feels insulting. That it came on the day that we would have left.
Oh, you know that hurt.
So now I'm going at the beginning of May. So that'll be the week where I don't upload anything. I mean, I'll have videos queued for upload, but that'll be it. So yeah, it was kind of insulting, but that's just how things tend to work out. I'm not very lucky in that sense of having things like that work out in my favor. So I'm really not surprised. That's exactly what I would have expected to happen, to be honest. Alright, let's just grab one more. There we go. First round of this quest is done. Why would I play Killzone 2 again? Also, I did the other 9 3/4 missions fully legit, so... And there are some other really hard missions in that game, not just the final battle. Did the other 9 3/4 fully legit. Just that final battle. And let's not forget also, the actual fight against Radek is a joke. He's very easy to beat. I was surprised at that. So there's no incentive for me to ever play that again, especially with the servers down.
Target hit.
It was more fun to do it. Like I've done. I can understand the argument of like having more fun being able to say you did it legit, but I just don't always have time. Like I don't have time to go and do stuff on the highest difficulty if it's going to be that frustrating.
Bullseye.
I mean, I could be doing Borderlands 1 the cheating way.
Nailed it.
Because with Borderlands 1, with this game, you could actually, you can import your save from the PS3. And I don't know if it auto-pops anything. I'm tempted to say that it doesn't auto-pop that much. I think maybe it gives you... It may give you this DLC. Like, I think it may give you this DLC. Like the trophies from this one. It may give you the level trophies. And I think maybe it'll give you the location trophies, because you can just instantly travel to them. But I would, at the very least, I'd have like a more overpowered character to do stuff with. And it would cut down on a lot of time. It may, I don't know if it gives you the story trophies. If it does, then that would cut out a significant amount of time. So I don't know exactly what carries over between the two versions. But I actually enjoy Borderlands, so I don't mind playing through the majority of it again. And because the only really hard trophy in Borderlands 1 is the raid boss, Cromwrax in the General Knox DLC. Uh-oh. Suicide zombie.
Nailed it.
Oh, wow, we actually got enough brains. Fantastic. Or we will here. I thought we had enough. That's good, that's good. Go ahead and complete the second round of this quest, and then we can keep on with it. So the more of this we can finish up, the better, because this is a very long quest. It's not hard, it takes a really long time. Because the last step is like 250 brains. Because, especially these days, I don't have the patience to do something like Killzone 2 on Elite. I mean, back in the day, I would have eventually gotten it done on Elite. Had I done it the normal way, it just would have taken a lot longer. But I had a lot more free time back then. The only thing I'm just really not looking forward to with this game is the Mad Moxie DLC. I don't mind doing the Claptrap grind again because I think they made it easier. From what I can tell from, like, trophy completion percentages. And because the Claptrap DLC is better than the Mad Moxie DLC. Oh, that hurt. I was wondering when one of them would actually manage to get me. Not going to pick up those brains just yet. We're going to grab them on the way out. And then with General Knox, I'll just need to find people to do the Chromarax fight with. Because he's basically impossible to solo. Unless you're carrying over modded weapons from the PS3 version, he's pretty much impossible to solo. In fact, I think he may actually be impossible to solo. He might be the only raid boss that is impossible to solo. Because, well, no, Terramorphous... Okay, Terramorphous isn't impossible to solo. But it's very difficult unless you have a very specific weapons build. If you have the right setup, you can solo him, but it's still difficult. Chromarax, I don't think it's possible to solo him without hacked weapons. Or modded weapons, I mean. If it is, maybe with the right setup, I just don't see it being a thing. He's not designed to be soloed. But all the other raid bosses from Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel can be soloed. With enough patience and a high enough level. Which is really nice.
Nailed it.
But yeah, we'll need to go find at least one partner to do Terramorphous with. Either a 4-person group or someone with an overpowered PS3 character. I'll take either, honestly. Yeah, and he does, that's his main topic of discussion. Because I'm known now as being a trophy hunter, so trophy discussions tend to be the main thing. Where does this take me before I go any further? Is that back in the village? I think that is. Okay, let's go hit that. Or, yeah, it is. Okay, let's go hit that first. Easy enough side quest, it can get us a little more powerful. Well, actually, I don't know how easy this one is, but it'll at least get us some power. I really like this shotgun, though. This thing is really, really good. It's one of the new, unique weapons. Alright, that's both the jack-o'-lanterns, so now what do we need to do? Kill the boss, the Pumpkinhead. Oh, he's equal level to me. Wow, okay. It's unusual. Haven't seen a lot of enemies around my level recently. This thing does have a bit of recoil to it. Take that for the moment. Now I'll keep the transfusion grenade. Yeah, I get asked questions about trophies a lot. Some of them legitimate, some of them quite dumb. Or repetitive, at least. Sometimes people ask about very specific trophies in obscure games I played years ago. Unfortunately, I don't remember the details of every single thing I've ever done. It's far from my job, but it's just my YouTube, what I'm known for. Nowadays, at least. Now that Let's Playing is so sort of slowing. Live streaming's sort of the thing now, and YouTube dying. And live streaming's a lot of fun. I actually really do enjoy this. Alright, got more zombies. It's like that moment from Big Willie Unleashed. Crypto, more zombies! More zombies, Crypto! I must have the best zombie soccer team. Or whatever it was. Yeah, it was a zombie soccer team, which is kind of hilarious. Oh, I hope we someday get either another Destroy All Humans or at least a remake of the rest of the games. Because Big Willie Unleashed never got any sort of remake treatment. It was only ever on the Wii. Path of the Furon was only on the 360 in North America. I think it did at least get a PS3 version in Europe. I wish we'd gotten one too, though. Would have been nice to have. Wouldn't have been as hard to find a copy of then. Because I mean, I had to get it on the 360. I didn't know about it being only PS3 for a long time.
Sweet.
Or only 360, not on PS3.
I'll get the lift out, but it'll probably take.
Oh, we got these guys. Okay, yep.
Probably want to shoot any of those skull munchers that trottle in.
Shoot the giant thing on his back. Okay, I thought that was the beginning of a game crash there.
Hang on, man. Going as fast as he's on.
I don't want to deploy my turret till I can get away from some of them. Alright, let's heal up a bit. I need to equip the mission that I'm currently doing. Which one is it? Oh, it's this one. I guess hitting the terminal actually was enough.
Come on. Don't act like you've never had to wait on a hand-cranked elevator during a zombie outbreak before. Jeez.
Oh, Dr. Ned, you are a dick and a half.
Another notch on my way.
Mister, I'm gonna make you wait, and then so totally not going to be the final boss or anything like that, right?
Target hit.
Almost. I'm getting there. Keep your shirt on.
At least I got good guns to pass it, but oh, I didn't mean to pick that up.
My hand just let go. I'll get you.
And we're gonna have some brains down here to pick up as well. Good area to get some brains at. We might actually be able to get up to 50. Oh, well, maybe not. We still need 18 more, 17 more. What am I required to do in this DLC? Stop the zombie outbreak on the island of Dr. Ned, who is totally not Dr. Zed in disguise.
Well, if I can get
Some good old Borderlands humor for you.
good chance you'll make it out alive.
That's the whole story of this DLC. It's nothing... It's not particularly well thought out, but it's also Borderlands, so I'm not really that surprised. Grab some more brains later. Oh, there's the elevator.
Don't act all fancy and waste my time. Get on the damn thing.
I think there's some more zombies up here, though, so hopefully I'll be able to get the last of what I need. Oh, I need to hit that. Right, gotta hit a lever first. Old cargo-style elevator. I think it's now actually officially confirmed that this series takes place just in the distant future, not necessarily an alternate universe, but the actual distant future. Like the 29th century or something.
Went about this all the wrong way.
And by that point, mega corporations have started colonizing other
Just
solar
wanted everyone
systems.
to be okay. I made the zombies. I was never as good as my totally not made up brother Zed, and we're totally different people. I need a drink.
It's actually perfect timing, Invisible. It's basically, yeah, it's set in the very distant future. The 29th century, I think, officially. At this point, a bunch of mega corporations have started to go out and colonize the universe. And with it, they've located some planets, such as this one. It's called Pandora in some distant system. And they locate a vault on it containing large amounts of alien tech and stuff. Okay, that's the bad one. Get rid of that. So the games take place where you take on the role of a vault hunter, as they're called. Basically, mercenaries that go to these places and hunt these legendary vaults for the fame of it and the amounts of gear and alien tech inside. Ooh, that's better. All while fending off the dangers of the planet. Okay, so where's that going to send me to? Is that back out? Yeah, that is. Okay. Then let's go ahead and finish this quest while we're here. Save some time later, not having to come back here. Alright, we need 7 more brains. Is that a chest up there with stuff in it? Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. But this isn't like Earth or anything. This is a another galaxy probably. Unless that becomes some, like, massive reveal in the next game that this has actually been Earth the whole time. Which I suppose wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility by Borderlands standards that are known for their goofiness. But the mega corporations come in at first and try to take the vaults. But they realize that it's too dangerous and too costly, so they abandon the planet, leaving behind their slave workforces, which are all the bandits in the games. And then the first Borderlands is the first vault that's found. The race to open it against organized groups of bandits that are still out there. The second one is more of a story about defeating the Hyperion Corporation that's trying to take control of the vault, or of a vault, and the technology inside, and unleash it to control the planet and probably more. Under the leader, Handsome Jack, the crazy guy that everyone knows and loves from the series. Alright, let's let the turret go to work back there.
I love this damn thing.
It's not necessarily even advanced technology, it's alien technology. But I mean, it's a really fun series. It's one of my all-time favorites. As far as I know, Borderlands 1 was the original looter-shooter. So, like, what Destiny is now. Yeah, we're the ones fighting to take control of the or we're fighting for it because of the riches that are inside the vaults. And the fame of it and stuff. Sometimes getting involved in other conflicts. But it's mostly for the money and the technology that you would get. And then some of the games will hint at some of the vaults being, or even depict, like, massive, dangerous creatures and stuff that you might gain control of by taking the vault. That's a major plot point of Borderlands 2. Ooh, I'll take that, actually. That's decent corrosive. Alright, so this is the fourth of the 5 quests. We're not going to start on it just yet. Or, I mean, we're going to start on it, but we're not going to directly focus on it by staying here or anything. We're going to progress the DLC a little bit. Because we'll get more brains naturally by playing. Yeah, that pretty much sums up the vault hunt. It's a completely lawless planet, as you can probably tell. Also populated by tons of dangerous creatures and stuff. The zombies are not like a major part of the story by any means. They're just a part of this DLC. The DLCs typically... Actually, the DLCs do typically tie into the main story in some way. Either by giving character backstory or progressing the overall story arcs. This one doesn't, like, at all. Really, the only DLCs from Borderlands 1 that have any real story to them, like progressing the actual story of the franchise, are... I thought I could make that jump. Are the General Knox DLC and the Claptrap DLC. So with Borderlands 2, I think all the DLCs do have something to do with the main story to some degree. At least the 4 main ones. I don't know about the Headhunter packs. I think those are more bonus. It would be, but it is known that these vaults are full of stuff, and it's shown in the games when you do get to. So the technology is out there, just very dangerous to get to. Or even if it isn't technology, it's something, like the giant creatures to control and stuff. And I'm sure we'll get to find out even more about all this when Borderlands 3 comes out later this year, which I can't wait for. Definitely a day one for me. A rare day one purchase.
Bullseye!
Fearless Zombie Killer! New missions are...
Ned's Claptrap.
Code Bounty Board.
Don't worry, Claptrap. We'll be doing that in just a moment. At least this area is nice and safe. Where is this one? There it is.
Anna.
Alright, we got one more. Of course it's outside of the area. Gotta run all the way back out. Can't just get him out of order, of course.
Laughed off at the saloon, but now people talk in the hushed whispers of the truth.
Yeah, you go to the vaults in both this one and
Are as such.
Borderlands 2, and you get rewards for it.
The doctor assures me that he's making
basically just a reward of the final enemy and stuff dropping tons of gear.
3 more weeks till we are reunited. Kiss the girls for me. Love, Hank.
And technically, the Tales from the Borderlands as well. Which is technically the latest in the chronology right now. Because it takes place around the same time as the epilogue of the pre-sequel. Presumably later, actually, than the epilogue of the pre-sequel.
Some curse has been set upon us here at Jacob's Cove. The dead are rising from their graves and are ravenous with a hunger for flesh. All work has stopped. We're fighting for our lives.
None of this gear is really that good, unfortunately.
Fear not. Dr. Ned believes there's a way to stop the horror.
A little bit low level for me.
To allow him to test an antidote on me. It's the skags, my dear. The filthy skags will be our salvation. The doctor says they're immune to the ailment. I'm presently on my way
Skags are immune.
to the hospital outside of town.
Seems a bit fishy.
I know it will be a success, and we will be together again shortly. Pray for me, Hank.
I'm willing to bet you didn't make it, did you?
Dr. Ned gave me the following awards this year. Most effective claptrap in life-threatening situations, hottest performer of mid-80s breakdance fighting, master orator, and best kisser.
Okay then, Claptrap. Good to know. Okay, the next area is generally hospital, but first let's look into some of this stuff. That's actually quite useful. That increases the cooldown of the Scorpion turret. Ooh, hang on a second. How does that stack up? Not that well. That's not really that good. Higher damage, but way lower rate of fire. I have a lot of revolvers. 130 by 20. They're about the same. I think that other one's better. Or they're close enough to not matter. Now I just gotta find somewhere to sell all this. Because we do have limited inventory. Alright, let's head off to the next area. Yeah, the endings are fairly worthwhile to at least some degree. And you do get good rewards, like all sorts of weapons and stuff. Oh, I can't jump off of that. I forgot about that, that actually does that. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Why would it put me all the way back there? No, seriously, that's really stupid. I'm guessing, yep, I can't go off there. Well, that's really annoying. Guess we gotta head the long way around. So for this weekend, when it comes to streams, Saturday's a guarantee. Friday's tentative at the moment. So we'll see. But definitely Saturday, so excited for that. Play a Fallout game while drunk, most likely. I mean, I'll be drunk, but I don't know if it'll be a Fallout game. I would think it will be, just because it's been a while. It's been Borderlands and Destiny the last few streams. Good to mix it up a little bit. I know that when I go and hang out with my neighbor, if we get a chance, we might do some, like, multiplayer Borderlands playing or something. That would be a lot of fun. Come the bird things. They're good for XP, though, that's for sure. A lot of easy XP. Oh, that's a sniper rifle. Getting close to leveling up again, too, so soon we'll hit 38. Put me a little bit ahead of where I need to be for this DLC. Or where it's recommended. Because technically, with some patience, some luck, and the right gear, you can do about anything in the Borderlands games at any level, or at lower levels than you should be. Generally Hospital. Weird name. Alright. So we gotta recover the antidote, and there's something else we gotta do here. I don't remember what the other mission is, though. Gonna run by some of the zombies for now. Try to get a bunch of them grouped up. Actually, I wonder how well the grenade works on popping out brains. Not very well, so that doesn't seem to drop brains. And we got suicide zombies, and unfortunately I can't kill him to get my oh, really? Got swarmed while down. That's a bit unfortunate. Come on, though. We just want some brains, and I am bleeding a bit of money today. Died a few times in a row on this DLC, mostly from jumping off the side of the map. And the game does punish you for death by taking away money. And in the later Borderlands, and at times in this one, it also, where'd that brain go? It also makes it so that any enemies you started damaging refill their health. I don't think it does that to the same degree in this game as it did in the other ones, though. Because sometimes the enemies retain their damage, and sometimes they don't. It's kind of weird. Like, some of the bosses do, and some of the bosses don't. I don't really get that. It's a little bit randomized. It'd be awesome if Kralmarax retained any damage you gave to him. It would make that fight significantly easier. But I'm like 99% sure he doesn't. At least he didn't in the PS3 version. And that would pretty much defeat the challenge of a raid boss. So I kind of doubt it. Which is fine. Like I said, I'll just need to find someone else to play it with. No big deal. Should be fun as well. But I'm nowhere near the level or anything needed to fight him.
Nailed it.
You get to revive by killing an enemy when you go down. But the revive timer that you get shortens every time you die, or every time you go down until they finally kill you. I'd assume it's just because we're awesome enough. Because it's a nice feature to the game to balance it a little bit. Because you're going up against like hundreds of enemies at a time. Gives you some way to balance it out a bit. Oh, this is my semi-auto sniper rifle. I forgot I had that. Tankerstein. Uh-oh. Kill him.
Oh yeah, that was all me.
That was a suicide zombie, but got away from it. Another suicider. A lot of them today. Oh, what's that? Is that... Oh, an echo recorder. Okay. I don't know what that was for. That must be for the other mission.
For nearly a fortnight. Still no signs from the maker of an end to this unholy ordeal. As if those who are fast coming back to life isn't evil enough.
Alright.
I've learned of some new kind of abomination near the hospital on the hill.
Man, we're getting still a decent amount of XP per kill because the enemies are high enough leveled.
And it will be.
It's not like a bunch of the low-leveled enemies that don't give you anything. These ones actually do give you stuff, and I'm glad about that. But, you know, we gotta level up. Gotta get to level 61 to do everything in the game. Okay, how do we get in here? Is it over here? Okay. I guess it's just the technology we have or something as our character. I'm not entirely sure. God, that's loud. Alright, we got a boss fight. Who is not much of a boss fight, apparently. Well, that was anticlimactic. I didn't think I was that overpowered. I mean, I know I'm not that overpowered, but I'm only 2 levels above. He's just a weak boss. Okay, well, I'll take it. See what gear we got. Any good guns that are not a shotgun, because I already have a very good shotgun. I'll compare that to the other rocket launchers I have, and we'll check. The antidote. Great. I think I have a new artifact to pick up or use. So let's see, 1,000, 861, 891. But fire-based, I'd rather have the fire-based one, and that's a burst fire. There we go, that's a new artifact. I haven't played too much of the Borderlands BioShock series. I've played a little bit of it, and I know it's generally well-loved. Okay, that one's far superior. And do I have a fire artifact? I do. Let's go with fire artifact for this level. That's actually going to be superior. I don't know why I didn't change it before. That's actually going to be better because fire's good against flesh. Hi, DA Gamer. Playing some Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. Some trophy hunting. And enjoying the game. Classic. I did already get all the multiplayer trophies done, though. Would have done them legit, but I'm not going to be hanging out with my neighbor until... from back home. Not going to be hanging out with him until the end of May, and I didn't want to wait that long. So I just did it with multiple controllers. Me and him are probably going to play through a lot of the game. Me, him, and a couple other friends, hopefully, are all going to play through a good chunk of the game together and co-op and have a lot of fun with it. Because most of them have never actually played Borderlands 1.
The monster of the hospital.
They've played, all of them have played Borderlands 2.
He nicked me in the neck.
I think they may have touched on the pre-sequel, but not much.
Hopefully I'll have.
But I'm the only one that's played Borderlands 1 out of the group, so...
Keep me company.
And it's also the one that I have the least experience with. Because I don't even know how many times now I've beaten Borderlands 2. At least, like, probably 3 or 4 times, at least. Pre-sequel I've beaten a handful of times as well. But I've only beaten this one once. Before this version of the game, at least. This PS3 version is not the most functional thing in the world. Who's hitting me? I want to see what the weapons are, because I thought I saw at least one decent weapon. Okay, that's a brain. What do we have here? Is that that sniper rifle? Don't need that. I already think I have a really good sniper rifle, so it's not really worth it. And I can use up as much ammo as I want because Roland regenerates ammo with his abilities. Ooh, so slightly slower rate of fire, larger magazine. Let's try it. It's higher damage. Give it a try. I'll see if we like it. This damage isn't everything in this game. There are other attributes to look at. Let me make sure there's nothing else here. Okay, there's not.
Don't settle for anything less than the best.
Back to Jacob's Cove. There's literally like one bird left flying around. Got him. Okay, this one does have a little bit... Actually, it's a pretty similar reload time, so... Superior magazine and damage, but with a slightly lower rate of fire and accuracy. This one's probably better overall. The damage boost is really, really useful. Come on, trigger that. Thank you, so I have a checkpoint. So I don't want it to accidentally spawn me all the way at the start of the area. Money, and is that a brain? It is not as another... That's actually a decent sniper rifle if I didn't already have the current one I have.
Bullseye!
Might farm a few brains in the area. Then go ahead and see, what's his face again? TK again. And then begin on the final mission. Or the final, of his missions. And this DLC and all the DLCs would be a lot better if they had fast travel. But that's unfortunately not a thing. Make it much easier to move around. And I think the later Borderlands do have that.
Here, we have precious little time before you go up.
Okay, that's back in the area that we were just at, I believe.
Dr. Nate is not who you...
Oh, hey, Claptrap, you're tied up, apparently.
He's not as trustworthy as my dog I put down for being untrustworthy. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh, where'd that come from? Gotcha.
It says I can turn in a mission somewhere. Where was it?
Getting around. Feel free to forget everything I just... This is all true.
Was it I think it was at one of these.
Look for yourself. Take it, bro.
No,
You'll find that door in that town that will require...
Oh, I know what I can do.
Special knock. I love special knocks. Wow. I'm possessed. The knock sounds like this.
Ah, Claptrap.
Now go and leave this robot for the skags. A little sympathy here. I got weak knees.
Okay, that was weird. Okay, whatever. That's fine. There's nothing else to do here. We can return there and finish that quest. Might as well do that. I don't think this DLC has a ton of missions overall. Maybe like 20 to 25, so... Probably making some progress on it. Just grinding out all the brains for that one. It's a little bit time consuming. More because you have to go back and forth between each mission. Oh, is that a brain? No, it's an egg. Alright, so we'll head back to the hospital. We gotta kill 4 mini-bosses here. If this is the mission I'm thinking of. Yep, it is. Whiskey Wesley, Bigfoot, Red Jack, and Father O'Callahan. They all spawn up along the beach. Does the first one appear down here? Yep. Oh, that's a loot goon. Oh, I forgot about this. Kill these guys, you get them to drop a giant chest of stuff. And get a bunch of XP. Anything of any value? Not really, but the shock effect is kind of nice. Oh! That is a very high damage sniper rifle. Can't use it just yet, though. It's not a semi-automatic, though. It's a bolt action. But hey, the loot goon, that's always good, because that's extra XP and gear. Okay, there's one of our first of 4. And we got him. Oh, incendiary artifact, but I can't use it. That would have been very helpful for this DLC. Because fire works best in this DLC, because it's mostly zombie-type enemies. Couple shotguns, both inferior. This one's great, though. It has very good damage at range. Okay, so we killed our first one. Then there's one down there. Or is that a midget? No, it's not. Or, I mean, not a midget, a loot guy. Oh, hello. Came up out of nowhere.
Elite my ass.
Oh, that's a decent sniper rifle. I can sell it. An artifact that I can't use. Try to die a little bit less. I'll do my best. It's a little bit hard with this game sometimes. And it doesn't really hurt you.
Ooh, another one bites the dust.
Oh, a decent corrosive machine gun. I might hold on to that for the Claptrap DLC. Yeah, it doesn't really hurt you that much if you die. You just lose money, but there's a very easy way to get a bunch of money in the last DLC. I doubt we'll finish the DLC tonight, though, because it is a little bit long at times. Like, it's a little bit longer than, like, a stream. Like, maybe 5 hours or something. So, obviously, I won't be quite getting there tonight. Okay, we got one more guy. I think he's further up. There's the last one. Of course he jumps instead of getting hit by the turret. Well, we can just sort of sit here and take it and pump bullets into him. Oh, wait, he can heal? I don't remember him being able to do that. Oh, that just made this harder. And I could just shotgun him, most likely, but I wasn't really expecting that.
Oh yeah, that was all me.
Oh, a purple SMG. Let's see how that stacks up. And a shock artifact that I can use. Ah, it's superior in pretty much every way. Heck yeah. Alright, the best thing to do would be to go ahead and do the next couple missions. We can level up, put some into the combat rifle. You use some kind of cash. I don't really know what it is specifically. It's just cash of some kind. Okay, let's use these artifacts. Mark that for sale. So we got some stuff we can sell and an improved turret. Unfortunately, I still don't have the upgraded or a better firebolt on it. That's what I really need, is the ability to have the incendiary go up a little bit. So we now have this very good SMG. Hopefully this stuff carries us through for a while. I can't remember what the highest level artifact you can get in this game is. I want to say it might actually be 5. Not 3, but it could be 3. And if it is 3, then that's great. That means that only needs to get a fire one. Wonder if the loot guy is back or if another one is. Doesn't appear to be. We got a boat. Let's see if this has a chest on it. A little bit of cash. Is that it? I thought this had something on it. We should be able to get through the next story mission, but we also... Or what I might do instead is... Let's work on the brains quest, because I still need to get a good number more.
Going up against a better opponent, you need a better gun.
want to work on this as much as possible and get the last level of it started so I don't have to worry about it anymore. And we're about to level up again. Once I get through with this DLC, I'll probably hit General Knox DLC next. And then the Claptrap DLC. Save Mad Moxie for later until I can confirm if it's still really buggy. Because a lot of people are reporting the game being known to crash around the very end of the challenge. Which would basically mean restarting a whole 3-hour-long episode, or a whole 3-hour-long grind every time it crashes.
Critical, bitch.
So I want to see if it's all fully functional before I spend any time on it. I got plenty of other content to play through anyway. Plus, it hardly gets you any XP. Actually, gets you, like, nothing, really. Because the kills don't give you anything, and they don't drop very good gear.
Bullseye.
Alright, we're up to over 60.
It. Bullseye.
Here's another one. 64.
Target hit.
Ooh, I might take that. That's actually a little bit better. How far am I into the game? I'm a level 38, almost 39. I have completed the main game. Beat the story. Finished all the side quests. So I'm now, like, maybe a third of the way or half the way through the Zombie Island DLC. I haven't started on any of the others yet. Trophy-wise, all I really need to do for the Platinum is level 40 and level 50.
Oh, you know that.
And a couple of the character-specific trophies. Alright, zombies, come on out. See if we can get as many brains as possible from here. This is probably not a good spot to be in. Back in this corner. That's That's an important rule of zombie survival. Never get yourself back into a corner.
Target hit.
When in doubt, know your way out. Was that rule 7 or 12? I'm so excited for Zombieland 2. It comes out, I think, in October. Around my birthday. Best zombie comedy of all time. Or one of the best zombie comedies of all time.
Oh, that hurt.
Along with this, it may be Shaun of the Dead. That's the other humorous one. And then there's Dead Snow. I remember that one. That's it's a bit of an obscure one. Probably most people have never even heard of. Yeah, you can... Borderlands 1 is not really that long or that difficult of a platinum. Like, it's the easiest in the Borderlands series. It's just complete all the missions in the game. There's like 80-ish, but a lot of them are really, really short.
Target hit.
Discover all the overall locations, which is pretty much unmissable. And then a number of, like, miscellaneous trophies, none of which are really hard at all. And then leveling up, you have to reach level 50. You only get to about, like, 35 or so through beating everything else in the game, so you either have to do the DLCs or you have to start True Vault Hunter mode. Cockneys versus zombies? I've never heard of that. Is that a brain I missed before? No, it's a grenade that I don't need. Yeah, this one, it's easier than Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel for sure. To Platinum, the 100% is a bit of a different story. But also, I think people were importing their saves from the PS3 version. And I think that was speeding it up a little bit. That's probably where the fastest times come from. I didn't actually do that because I don't know how much it even carries over, and I didn't feel like doing it because I like the game and I don't feel like doing it that way. I guess more than anything, though, people could carry over modded weapons from the PS3 version, and nothing really you can do about it.
Bullseye.
Alright, we need 10 more. I gotta say, though, Gearbox really knocked it out of the park when they did their whole announcement of everything. It's like we get Bethesda, and they're like, yeah, here's Fallout 76. Something that nobody wanted, when we know y'all wanted Fallout 3 remastered.
Oh, you know that hurt.
Or Elder Scrolls 6, or Starfield. No, here's a subpar online looter shooter in the Fallout universe. And we'll lie to you about other stuff, so... You do stuff like that, and then you have EA pulling the whole loot box thing. I've heard that Anthem has, like, utterly failed after getting hyped up like crazy. But then Gearbox just comes out swinging with with Borderlands 3 for September, Borderlands 1 Remaster that everyone has wanted for a long time. Now it's been 10 years. And it's actually quite good. Especially since it's only 30 bucks. Plus, what was it, like HD graphics or something for Borderlands 2? Some kind of improvement. I'll take this one. Plus, all full DLC support for Borderlands 2, the VR version. So, like, that's how you do an announcement, developers. You know, you make that much stuff be, like, your big announcement. Borderlands 3, Borderlands 1 Remastered, full DLC support for 2's VR version. All of that. I mean, it's just, that's how you do it. The trailer was really good for Borderlands 3 too, actually. They did quite well with that. Okay, since no more spawning in there, we're just gonna have to jump down to get the last 10. I feel like Gearbox might be one of the only companies left that seems to care about its fan base. Because, I mean, Red Dead 2, the campaign is stellar. It is the single player is one of the best single players I've ever played. Just the amount to do in it is so absurd that it's great. So I could still keep on playing that for a very long time. I'm still far from being done with it. And I finished the story and I'm at like 95% completion, but I still have plenty more to do, plus all the gold medals. But then they completely ruined the multiplayer. Red Dead 2 Online is terrible. It's nothing but griefers and a broken currency system. Just not what we deserved for it. But I guess it is technically still in beta. So Anthem was a massive disappointment. That's what I heard from a lot of people. I heard it's an easy platinum, which is kind of nice, but I don't really intend to get it because it doesn't look very fun. Alright, finally finished off the brains so we can keep moving on the story. I heard that it was like on day one there were some missions that were shorter than the loading screens. Which is like unheard of. I don't know how you can justify that. I mean, you can't. You really can't. But I think they've at least, like, tried to improve it and maybe have improved it. At least I hope they have. I still remember, though, when they did, when No Man's Sky, how it's actually gotten heavily updated. It's actually fairly good now. Like, it still has its flaws, for sure, but it actually did. They tried to fix it, at least, and they did it all for free. Nowadays, it's really worth picking up, because you can probably find it for 20 bucks. With all the enhancements and fixes and stuff. So for 20 bucks, yeah, No Man's Sky is absolutely worth it now. Because they at least put all the effort into fixing it. Bethesda seems to be kind of trying. Oh, did he drop another gun? Not a very good one. Alright, last one. That's the very last step. 250 of them. Work on that slowly. I am definitely over leveled now. Yeah, no intentions to play Anthem. I might get Days Gone, though. Probably not on day one, but I do want to play it because it actually looks like it's going to be fun. Let's try that again. That's actually useful. How does it stack up to this? Those are literally identical. I have two of the same gun. That's not very common. Alright, let's head out. Oh, you're starting college right when the good games come out? Which ones? Like, what even comes out in, like, August, September of this year? Aside from Borderlands 3. So no, that's like September 16th, maybe? There's that, but I can't think of anything else because nothing else has a confirmed release date.
Critical hit.
Unless you're in another country that has like a different schedule for colleges. Because there's that. Yeah, Borderlands 3, Days Gone. World War Z, I don't know if that's going to be any good. That's going to be a rental, most likely. I know there will be Last of Us 2, but it doesn't have a confirmed release date. I feel like it's going to be a launch title for the PS5. I think that would make the most sense. And then there is Death Stranding. But no news on when it's releasing. Oh, cool, you're moving out of the U.S.? Where are you going to go?
Bullseye.
I've got a good friend that is, he's in college. He's from the U.S., he's about my age, but, a little bit younger, but he's going to college in the U.K. I can't remember where he's at, though. Deadhaven. Why is it registering a thing right there? Is that... Oh, that's a mission I could have turned in. Okay, that's probably what that was. Alright, guys, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I read your comment wrong. You're coming to the US. Okay. So either Florida, or Marathon, Florida, Tennessee, or Miami. Very cool. Coming to the South. That's where I'm eventually going to move back to, is back into the South. Not a fan of the cold northern weather. Or in this case, Midwestern weather.
Target hit. Critical, biatch.
Alright, so we're grinding out brains again, but also progressing the story finally. Been a little while. It'll be good though. Once we get done with the brains, we won't have to bother with collecting them anymore. That'll save time and effort, because it's just kind of a boring collective one.
Oh, you know that hurts.
It's a bit. That's one thing that's terrible about all this game's DLCs, except for the General Knox one, is that they have some kind of ridiculously pointless item grinds like this. Because this one has the brains, which is at least easy, but there's a lot that you need. The Claptrap DLC has like 5 different item types you have to find. And they're all completely random and much, much rarer than this. Oh, okay, someone just... Was that a suicider or was that a big guy? That was a suicider, but I'm not sure. Well, dang, I couldn't get out of that one. Yep, the panties. Really, all the items are terrible in that DLC. Because they all drop way too randomly. Tinkerstein. I love how they can just pull infinite exploding containers off their back. Oh, wow, he actually downed me and I instantly got back up. Okay. Oh, no, this isn't what I wanted out. Oh, I picked up the shotgun that I was going to check and see if it was any good. Yep, the Claptrap DLC. That's going to be fun. And that grind is a little bit harder because of how rare the items are, and there's only a few good areas to farm them at. And then Mad Moxie is a massive grind in and of itself. The 100 waves on each of the 3 maps. It's ridiculous. It has no purpose.
Okay, this will be hard to say. So, one of my reanimated corpses...
I think I'm supposed to pick up this one first so I don't glitch the game by accident.
Testing. This is the first I've found.
Get that one, then this one.
Greetings, loyal Medcast viewership. Now in the 3rd week of my clinical trials.
And then General Knox, yeah, you have to get to level 69, or 61, not 69. 69 is the max.
Right now,
you have to get to 61, which isn't terrible. It's pretty easy to get in the Iridian Promontory. But it comes with the fantastic issue of glitched missions, not counting.
By the possible destruction of mankind.
Which is about the worst thing that can happen in a game like this. Missable glitch trophies in a very long game like that.
Nailed it.
Definitely save before you start the DLC. Back up your save. And check to make sure every mission counts. I mean, I don't know if the PS4 version is glitched the way the PS3 version was. They might have fixed it. Okay, we can't go that way. We gotta go the long way around.
Critical hit.
No, I'm not doing any of the Arkham games. Aren't a couple of them now unobtainable? Because of, like, online stuff? I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure at least, like, 1 or 2 of them are unobtainable now. Which is terrible. Nah, I don't like online trophies at all, especially when they can stop you from, really stop you from even the platinum. Can't parkour my way up, so I gotta figure out how to get around all this. I'm trying to remember. Can I jump up on this? I don't think that's it.
Oh, you know that hurt.
I have a friend's IRL. Oh, my group from God knows how long ago trying to boost Black Ops 1. I haven't talked to any of them in like a week. Because we can't really get it to work out because we're all in different countries. At least with Black Ops 1, the majority of the trophies I have left can be done with 2 people. The only one that can't is the Shangri-La Easter egg. Only the Shangri-La Easter egg.
Target hit.
Say it almost like it's meant to be easy when it's like one of the hardest ones in the franchise.
Nailed it.
Because I've done Call of the Dead before, but I did it on 360, and Moon, I know you don't even have to beat the whole thing, you only have to beat the first half of it, which really isn't that bad. But Shangri-La is just like, no thank you. I mean, I've done Mob, I've done Shadows of Evil, I've done the Tower of Babel. So Transit, I don't know why I was blanking out on the name. Yeah, I have one friend in real life that has the Arkham Asylum Platinum. And he's not a trophy hunter at all, it's just one of his favorite series. So he did the original Arkham Asylum. I think that's the only one he's got the Platinum in, though. And I think that's the hardest one.
Critical hit.
So now we got the annoying Lance zombies.
Bullseye.
Really gotta focus on headshots. And we got a badass here that is just sitting to guard. Oh yeah, and speaking of new games earlier, I wonder what the next Call of Duty is going to be. Because it's Infinity Ward this year.
Target hit.
I mean, I think it would make the most sense, though, of all to do, you gotta do MW2 Remastered at this point. This Call of Duty's going down the drain. Overall, so you gotta do, MW2 Remastered. I mean, I know that they'll semi-ruin it the way they try to do with Modern Warfare Remastered, but it's still something I'd play a good amount of, especially right when it came out.
Another notch on my whip.
It's I think that the current rumor, or the like most popular one right now, is Modern Warfare 4 with MW2 remastered. Because it's not, we're not going to get an Infinite Warfare 2, obviously. And I highly doubt we will ever see a Ghost 2. Alright, finally can progress a bit. Asylum's really the easiest?
Please commence cowering in terror from zombie
I've always heard it was one of the harder ones. And yeah, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that at least one of them's unobtainable now.
56K connection. Please wait.
Oh, you know that hurt.
I'd be curious to see whoever made the Spider-Man game make like a Batman game.
Stellar science fiction.
I'm sure they'll make more superhero games. Alright, another trophy.
Money has been wired to your account as a show of gratification. Your non-verbal acceptance of this tender enters you into a contractual obligation.
Your non-verbal acceptance enters you into a contractual obligation as an employee of the Jacobs Corporation.
And await further instructions.
Fantastic. Indentured servitude, sort of.
We've sent a contact to meet you there. Get moving.
Anyone else see that midget zombie just, like, jump down from there? Man, they are being a little glitchy today. Alright, let me make sure there's nothing else to do here. There is stuff, okay. Oh, this is here. And I'm going the wrong way for it. Well, we definitely want to do these missions while we're here, because I don't want to have to come back here at any point unless necessary. Make it more convenient. Now, I guess we won't get a new battlefield this year, which is fine. I know that Assassin's Creed has taken a year off, from what I've heard. Which is also fine, because I'm not into that series either.
Who's the best evil mad scientist? Yeah, that's right. It's me, Dr. Ned. That's with an N, not a Z. I have created a new...
And then, obviously, we already had a Far Cry this year.
Way, just had to try and cram some new pieces, fixes patches onto the old bill.
What the heck actually happened with the,
Frankenbill. It's a bit of a...
with the Just Cause 4 DLC?
So I say, ship it.
That's something I've been wondering, because that was the first episode was supposed to be out by the end of, like, middle of March, I think. Maybe even earlier. Like, I thought that was supposed to be a thing, but I've heard nothing about it. Now, I'm fine if they don't want to do DLC for the game, because I already have the Platinum. So I'm fine if they don't ever want to do DLC for it, and I never bought the Season Pass, so it's not like I lose anything out of it. there ever been a time where there was a season pass that people bought for like any sort of major game and then no DLC came out for it? Wonder what you do about that. Yeah, this is weird. Like, some of the bosses don't regenerate their health, but some of them do, and some of the enemies do.
Critical hit.
In this version, I don't know if that was some kind of change.
Are we keeping score here?
Because if that's a thing, then that might mean that Terramorphous, or not Terramorphous, what's his face, the Crawmerax does that. Because if Crawmerax doesn't regenerate health, then I wouldn't have to do it in co-op. I could do it solo. It would take absolutely forever, but I could do it solo. Seems like it'd be kind of dumb if they let you do that, though. Yeah, I've heard it's the combat challenges that are hard in, like, all the games or something. But yeah, like I said, I had that one friend that did Platinum Asylum. But he never platinumed any of the others. He's not really a trophy hunter. He's Platinum Mad, he's Platinum Detroit. Maybe a couple other games. I mean, Detroit's an easy Platinum, but just think if with Detroit you had to, like, fill out the entire flowchart. Like 100% the flowchart for every chapter. That would be awful. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see all the different things play out. Because there are apparently some really, really rare scenarios you can get. Like, almost no one has ever gotten. I mean, I like Detroit, so it would be okay. Because I know there's one thing you can get, like, there's a way to get Marcus kicked out of Jericho. It's like a sub 1% of people have ever gotten it. Stuff like that. Just super rare.
Sorry about that. Have a nice day.
Keep picking up things I don't necessarily need to get lots of brains. Man, that's a lot of good brains here. Hold square to pick up as many as possible. Ooh, a shock contact grenade. Let's try it. I didn't see any of those comments. Yeah, a lot of the games are. It's too much service-based. I really hope Borderlands 3 doesn't fall into that category. I mean, even The Last of Us 2 probably will, because if it has multiplayer. Now, if it didn't have multiplayer, that would be, like, perfect. Because Naughty Dog is not that good when it comes to multiplayer, especially with trophies. But, I mean, they were doing hardcore pay-to-win in their multiplayer since 2013, when The Last of Us came out. Because there were DLC weapons that would give you a pretty clear advantage.
I can see it on the radar. Any minute now. Remember to avoid the landing zone during final descent. See, I told you I'd take care of it.
Yeah, like, I mean, some of the Telltale and Quantic Dreams games are good, though. Like, Heavy Rain I liked, personally. I know some people didn't. Don't need another rocket launcher. I really liked Detroit, though. That was my favorite of their games. I didn't care about Beyond Two Souls. Telltale, Walking Dead Season 1, Tales from the Borderlands, Wolf Among Us, and Batman Season 2 are all really good.
I hope you weren't inconvenienced. Remember, a Jacobs representative will be waiting to greet you when you land.
In terms of, like, rage-quitting games, you mean, like, Sekiro?
All right, we got guns.
Which I've heard is, like, one of the hardest games in the Soulsborne series. That's what it seems like from everything I've been reading about it, that it's, like, one of the hardest ones in that series. Oh yeah, I mean, some of those games just get to such a point of being ridiculously expensive now with all the DLC and stuff. I mean, Destiny 2 is a huge example of that. $60 for the base game, which was really not that good. Plus $40 for the first expansion pass, which only gave you 2 DLCs. It gave you Forsaken and Curse of it gave you Curse of Osiris and Warmind. I need to look through all this at a later point and get a better look at everything. Picked up a lot of extra crap during all that.
Don't settle for anything less than best.
But it was, so that's already $100. Then there was the
You've been most helpful so far.
there's Forsaken. That's another $40 at full price.
Easy. Dr. Ned has become a liability. Take care of that liability, and we'll clean up the mess and get that bill back.
And then there will be Year 3. Year 3 will have another expansion that'll be $40. So that's altogether, what, $180? Which is absolutely ridiculous. Especially for a game that's not really that good. Okay, there's got to be some others I can drop here. So that's a revolver. I don't really need that then. So that one does 74 as a repeater. That one's a lot better, actually. I don't really need this other repeater.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. TDR makes an easy-to-use gun.
Sekiro isn't as hard? Really? Huh, okay. As everyone says, it's also one of the best ones. And it looks cool. It's like more of that feudal Japanese setting almost. Because a lot of people are definitely saying it's one of the hardest ones. That it's up there with the first 2 Dark Souls and Demon Souls. And then Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 come after in difficulty. I think a lot of people now have kind of cheated with Bloodborne with just having people, because of the multiplayer aspects of it, being able to sort of cheat it. Or just exploit it at least. Alright, we can head off to our next area. Great. This is the last area, actually. It's been to all the other ones. I don't know, we might get the story done today. It's a little late, so we'll see. I think Bloodborne's like a slightly different style of gameplay than Dark Souls. So I don't know how much, if I would really end up enjoying Bloodborne that much, because even if it is one of the easier of that series, I feel like it's just going to stress me out a lot. Because I'm not really that good at that kind of game. And I've beaten a number of relatively challenging games. Oh, the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, yep. Or the Insane trilogy. I mean, a lot of people still say it's hard. Mainly the first one. Not so much the second and third one. I don't hear a lot of complaints about the second or third one, but I hear a lot of complaints about the first one being a lot harder, just because the controls and stuff are less precise. Because I think the first one is rated like a 7 out of 10 in difficulty to Platinum. And the others are like a 4 or 5. Yeah, but getting those skills and muscle memory can take a while. It can take skill and practice and stuff. And patience. Donate blood to progress. Why do I feel like that could actually be a thing someday? Some game of the future or something.
Try not to hurt your girl parts on the multitudes of minions.
Like, whoa, Skaggy, you wouldn't believe what happened to me. The misery machine broke down. Like, I know that's not news, but I found this town and there's like no one there.
Wait, why? What's the Scooby-Doo reference going on here? I don't remember this.
He seems like a nice old man, so I thought I'd help him out. Who needs the rest of the gang, right?
So, a random Scooby-Doo reference thrown in because logic. Okay then. Getting lots of brains, though. That's good. I think if I'm gonna do any of the Soulsborne games, I need to be in a soundproofed apartment. Donate blood for a free copy of the game? I would so do that. Because in that case, at least you're helping to save lives. That's actually really interesting. I never knew they did that, though.
Critical hit.
It can be like that old movie, Stay Alive. where when you die in the game, something comes and kills you in real life.
Target hit.
I've seen that movie at some point. It's been a long time though. It's not good. It's very stupid. But I guess it's one of the better game-based movies out there. Which isn't really saying much. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. Yep, saw that one coming. Slowly coming at me.
You know that hurt.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do like the Soulsborne games, I need to move into or make a soundproof area in my apartment for it, so that when I scream.
I am a doctor, after all. Though, if you get hurt...
Okay, speaking of getting high blood pressure while playing a game, I tell this story reasonably often on here when it comes to stressful games, but when I was platinuming Call of Duty World at War years ago, I'd gotten up to the Heart of the Reich mission, which is the next to last mission of the game, and it's one of the hardest ones. And, oh. Wait, is this... No, that is... Okay, that's one of them. Okay. I'd gotten all the way up to that, and it's one of the hardest missions, so I was playing it. And it was very challenging. I was having a lot of issues getting through it. So I had to go to the doctor that day to get a physical for something for school. And I went, and like not long after playing the game, and my blood pressure was high.
Digital bearing module's terrible. The waypoint is constantly trying to send me through a mountain.
Now, granted, I sometimes do have high blood pressure, but
is there some secret?
Didn't tend to have it back at that time.
Can't jump over it.
I'll have it every now and then now, but generally it's under control to where it's not an issue.
Digital bearing module.
Usually only after I eat something. Or if I have someone that's not as skilled doing the measurements. That has happened at least once. Lots and lots of brains. But I like to joke that that game gave me high blood pressure. Medically gave it to me because doctor office found it. And the thing is, if you have high blood pressure, you can't actually donate blood. Because I've found that out before. Oh, crap. Okay. At least we can get this guy, I think. Man, there are a lot of zombies, but at least we're getting brains. Man, this SMG is tearing stuff up. This is a good gun.
Wait, I forgot about me trying to shove you off this mortal coil.
Biomods where you got shot in an FPS game you actually lost? Really? That's interesting. It doesn't surprise me. It's like how in Ready Player One they have the suits to where you can actually like feel things as they happen. No, I haven't done Prey. I might do that eventually. That's one that I wouldn't mind doing. Isn't it a little bit like Alien Isolation? Maybe it's just the setting and all, but it sort of reminds me of that. Because I enjoyed Alien Isolation. I got that platinum a while back. I know that it randomly added a DLC. Oh! Look at that. Oh, it's weaker in every way, but I'll hold on to it. Sell it.
Oh, you know that hurt.
For a second, I literally thought that was another legendary shotgun in a row. Alright, 150 brains down. Only need 100 more. I don't know too much about the trophy list for it. I think I've heard it's a medium difficulty.
Okay, so, like, you know how that ghost always turns out to be some old guy with a mask on? I don't think these zombies are wearing masks. So, I've been doing what you and I do best, Skaggy. Hiding. Zoink! I think I hear something. Like, I better sign off.
Zoink, Scoop! I'm gonna hide. Because I never actually solve the mysteries. You do everything, and I'm just the stoner of the group. Okay, man. I'm just the stoner. Don't hurt me. I'm just the stoner. I know, Alien Isolation is terrifying. Just honestly, like, mainly the fact that the thing can find you while you're inside vents when you really think you're gonna be safe. It's just like, oh, nope, I'm gonna crawl into the vent with you and say hello. By eating your face. Or, speaking of eating face huggers. Because those things are terrifying as well, because they come out of nowhere and eat and murder you. I swear I had one time with a face hugger in the game. It was near the end of the game on my hard difficulty playthrough. And it was when you get to, like, the dark terminal area real close to the end. And while I was exploring it, I saw a box fall over nearby. And I thought it was just like a graphical glitch or something. Nope, it was a facehugger, because it latched onto me a few seconds later and literally scared the crap out of me. I was not expecting it. Like, I jumped back from that because I was not expecting it.
Nailed it.
Evolve, didn't hear the best things about Evolve. Alright, this is it. The last quest. I think.
Keep coming. I don't care. I actually designed this shit in stages, so it'd be more entertaining for me.
And we also hit level 40, which is cool. That's what that other trophy was, I just realized. Level 40. Only 10 more levels and I can get the platinum. And only 21 more levels until I can take on the raid boss. Ooh. How does that stack up? Oh! Slightly less accurate in a smaller magazine size, but good deal more damage. Is it a 3-round burst? No? It's full auto? Okay. It reloads faster, too, so the magazine size doesn't make a difference. Okay, I'm holding on to this. Oh yeah, the Aliens Colonial Marines games. In Alien Isolation, the reason people never used the gear was because the materials to make them, everyone at least thought, were pretty limited. And in some cases they were. They just wanted to save them for necessary times, but half the time you just keep saving them for a really long time for no good reason. Just thinking you're going to need them. With Spider-Man, I just kind of forget I have them because melee combat was generally effective enough to deal with everything.
Zombie killer. This is Steve and I have hunted a lot of things. Skag, crabworms.
Alright, so we gotta do... Where's the next of these?
Even went after moth rat one.
Alright, it's on the way up.
These brains
Don't want to miss any.
freaky, but yeah, they're not so tough. Still, I'm happy my best pal Steve is with me. Yo, Steve! One behind you! Horse is seamlessly comfortable. So far, so good. Still, we gotta find this job if we're gonna get our reward.
It's like in The Last of Us. I remember the guides I was watching for The Last of Us. For Grounded mode, specifically. Survivor mode really isn't terrible in that game. But Grounded mode is sort of a whole other thing. Grounded mode's actually very difficult.
I love this damn thing.
And,
It's like having another soldier on the field.
the supplies are just so limited that you really do have to conserve them, but I did end up with a pretty big surplus for the final mission. Which didn't even come in handy that much for the final mission.
As money makers. So far, not digging my plan in hindsight.
Yeah. I do hold on to stuff for a long time in the games or forget I have it and stuff.
Oh, you know that.
I didn't mean to pick that up. I mean, incendiary rifle. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Oh, a loot goon. What you gonna drop for me?
Are we keeping score here? This'll help.
Come on, you just need to go away so I can actually see what I got. See if it's any good. Not really. None of that's any good compared to the current sniper rifle I have. I need to watch all the Shinies playthrough of Prey because he did like 100% trophy run of the game and all the DLC. He's crazy. He's doing 100% run of Red Dead 2 on YouTube, doing 100% run of it. Not even his streams or anything, but his actual individual videos.
Corporation has asked me, the world famous.
He's made good progress on the single player, but the multiplayer is another beast entirely.
This job is well beneath the man of my
because he has GTA 5 on his account and still is far from finishing its multiplayer.
Okay, now you're just getting my dress all to Twitter.
And I always bother him about finishing Battleborn because he's missing one trophy in Battleborn.
I'm echo communicating from bed. So what?
And like 5 in Origami, 1 in the Surge. I didn't mean to pick that up. Oh, hang on a second. That looks decent. Zombies, I'm just trying to admire the weapons that you're dropping. Yeah, it's nice when they all come down a corridor like this. Just gun them all down easily. Okay, how does this stack up to my current one? Oh, it's way lower damage and a smaller magazine and lower accuracy, just a higher fire rate.
Oh, you know that hurt.
Is that corrosive sniper?
Nailed it.
Yeah, not really. Don't really need that.
Target hit.
More brains? Alright, close to 200. Caustic shotgun. It's that phase of the allergies now. The coughing's starting to happen. One of the most distracting ones because everyone around you can hear it. But the other good thing is that means I'm getting near in the latter half of it, which is good, getting over it. Amnesia, never really played much of those. I know they were considered scary, though. Oh, hello, we're Skags. Out of nowhere, but they're giving me XP, so I'll take it. Not much, though. Hey, submachine gun proficiency leveled up. I haven't even been paying attention to that at all. Wonder where my proficiency currently sits, because I have to take a skill anyway. So, 8 on repeater pistol, 9 on SMG, 18 on shotgun, 16 on combat rifle, 6 on sniper rifle, that's about right. 0 on rocket launcher and 0 on Iridian. Well, I mean, Iridian weapons are kind of crap in this game. Why not? That opens up this. Ooh, bullet resistance. That'll be a good next perk. Alright, so this is our last of this side mission. We still need a few more brains, but we're pretty close.
Oh my god.
So we got that one done. Alright, we only need about another 50. Alright. This is maybe the last mission. I think it is. Or there might be something else after this. There might actually be one more after this. I think it's like 2 boss fights. If I remember this game correctly. Or actually, let me make sure that's not. Yeah, I didn't think so. We can sell that. Oh, that's very weak. Okay, that sniper rifle might be worth trying out because it seems better aside from the fire rate.
Anything less than the best.
Alright, let's see what... Oh, I thought that was a fast travel point out of nowhere. I know there's not any, but it kind of had that look.
Well, I'm just pissed off. I love slippers. I love
More zombies, perfect. More headshots, more brains, less grinding. $204.
Target hit.
It's nice though when they come down these nice narrow corridors, they're easy to kill. Alright, we got healing items and ammo and stuff. Grenades that aren't really all that useful with my build.
You smell like popcorn. Now I'm pissed.
Oh yeah, game's crashing. That's, it's not this DLC that crashes, it's usually, now that I said that, it's probably going to. But that's not a big deal because it would start me back right at the start of this area, so it isn't a big deal at all. Yeah, I think this is a two-phase fight or something. It's not that simple. Yeah, I didn't think so. I knew there was more to that. Oh, SMG. Oh, it's... Wow. Continuously improving. So now we have to kill Dr. Ned a second time. I skipped that because I have a feeling it's copyrighted because some of the other things that seem to be. Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Cyberpunk, there's Outer Worlds. Yeah, Outer Worlds. A lot of games coming out in the next couple of years. A lot of good games. All I want to know is THQ, it has been over a year now. Where is my Nickelodeon game remakes? That's what I want to know. I mean, you promised us, like, a year ago Nickelodeon game remakes, and we still haven't gotten any. I want my Battle for Bikini Bottom remastered. Oh, and, wait, THQ Nordic, you also have Destroy All Humans. Where's my Destroy All Humans 5? I mean, if you want to take over Pandemic's old games and give us, you know, Mercenaries 3, I wouldn't complain about that. If you decide to buy that one up as well. Or a Mercenaries remaster of some kind. Or maybe you'd buy up the Freedom Fighters license and give us another Freedom Fighters or a Freedom Fighters remake. Yeah, Battle for Bikini Bottom is the best. Still the best Nickelodeon game. Alright, what purple items did we get? Not very good. Not very good. But we'll sell them. Oh, wait a second. That's just a high-capacity shield. I think my current one regenerates. Alright, let's get out of here. So that's basically it for the DLC. We have a little bit more. Just grinding out a few more brains. Did they make that? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not really sure what Pandemic made. Aside from Mercenaries. They made the Saboteur. Which is one that, that I actually own. I have a disc of that. This one I need to start actually playing at some point. It actually looks fun. They made Star Wars... They made... I think they had something to do with Battlefront 2. OG Battlefront. Could be wrong on that, though.
You know that hurt. Nailed it.
Alright, we're up to 214, so not too much more.
Bullseye. Target hit.
Just keep on grinding them out here. This is a good spot. Oh, I might actually hit level 41 by the end of this. God, that's going to leave me really overpowered, actually, for the other DLCs. Especially for the, for the General Knox DLC, I'm going to be pretty overpowered. Maybe not so much for Claptrap yet. Yeah, I know. If they better not make that same mistake. What the? That was weird. I was looking on my thing and it looked like it had lagged out or something.
That hurt.
Not noticing any problems, though. Now I'm not, at least.
Critical hit.
I mean, obviously Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be online. Because they've already done an Elder Scrolls Online and it's terrible. But I hope it's actually good. I want it to be good. But they might just ruin it if they want to. You never know. Come on, game. Let's get some more zombies here. We don't need that many more. These are the last 2 quests of the DLC. Only need 25 more. Alright, any zombies? A few. I think I know a couple places I can get some here. They aren't even worth the XP anymore. Just want to finish the DLC and get the last trophy. It's getting kind of late too. It's almost 11. So once I finish, if I can manage to finish this tonight, that'd be great.
Nailed it.
I think I was having more luck with the SMG, with the sight on it. this thing, like, lock onto the heads? Or no, it's... Oh, it's firing weird. Like, that's really strange. It's got a very weird design to it. I don't think it's necessarily meant for precision as much. Okay, that's almost 230. Oh, we haven't been over here before. Another sniper rifle I don't need. A couple of extra brains.
Critical, Biak!
234.
Target hit.
I didn't mean to pick that up. 15 more. Thankfully, more zombies coming.
Oh, you know that hurt.
How many of them are left? Just this one? Yep. Ah, I didn't give me one. Wait, there's one more over here somewhere. Alright, we need 13 more brains. Oh yeah, Bully's a good one. That's a classic. I played the PS4 version of it a while back. Very fun game.
Bullseye!
And no microtransactions. What'd you have to do for the 100%? I think the 100% was fairly lenient compared to other GTA, or like to other Rockstar games, like because the game was a lot shorter. I think there's still mysteries in GTA 5 that people never solved. Either that or they're just giant trolls.
Oh, that hurt!
Which I could see either of those being true.
Target hit!
Come on now, we only need 9 more. LA Noire, haven't gotten around to that one yet. It's in my Gamefly queue, I think. San Andreas, I played that only on the PS4 version, actually. There were some things that annoyed me about it, though, with San Andreas. Like the suicide planes. Managing to strike at the worst possible time. I actually uploaded a video of that years ago. The very bad luck I had with the suicide planes. Because I had one that I was driving someone, like, at the end of a tougher mission, and suddenly the plane came down and just killed us and exploded. And then there was another time where this one pissed me off a lot more because it was at the end of the firefighting mission. I was on the final level of the firefighting mission, so the max level. The final fire on the final firefighting mission. So this had been like a solid hour. More than enough time left. Headed for the last fire. No issue. Well, suicide plane comes down. Hits the mountain next to me. Crashes into my fire truck. And throws it off the cliff. On fire, so... Had to redo the whole thing because of that. So you can guess how happy I was to have to do that. I don't remember what the helicopter battle was. It's been so long since I played a lot of that.
Brain taco, brains a la mode.
All right, done. We are done with the trophies in this DLC. One more mission to turn in, and then this DLC is at 100%. I have, like, lost my voice now. Good thing my work requires, like, 0 human interaction. Yeah, the suicide planes were not a good experience. I haven't played 3 or Vice City yet, but I think I have both of them on the PS4 from the collection. Oh, I hit level 41 as well, which is great. Definitely going to be a bit overpowered for the next DLC. I mean, I could go ahead, like, in the next few days, go ahead and do the easy challenges of Mad Moxie's DLC, because they are easy. But the greater challenges, I have no intention to do until I know for a fact that the game isn't going to keep crashing when I do them. Because that's what I've been hearing is a rumor of what's happening, so... Gonna be careful. Oh, you've got school in 4 hours. Don't let me keep you up, man. School's more important than my stream. I know I'm a graduate as well. I have work, but that's it. And I'm going to bed as soon as I'm done with this. Being free of responsibility at home is a blessing. Although I am possibly going to start doing grad school in the near future. Just so I can actually get a career that pays reasonably well. And done. DLC 100% complete. I don't know why the things are still on the side of the screen. There it goes. Alright. Well, that's going to be it for the stream tonight, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in, for all the comments and stuff. So, I will be seeing you guys at least on Saturday, possibly on Friday as well. And we'll be streaming something that's not Borderlands. So yeah, this is a bit of a longer stream for a Wednesday, so... Oh, I did get my passport. I don't know if you heard me when I was talking about it before, but it came in the day that we were supposed to leave, so I have it now, thankfully. Thankfully, that whole debacle's over.